I want to pull a card. I keep getting interrupted, and so I want to stop talking and I want to let the cards do some talking for me. Okay. Grandmothers. And hold on just a second here. And let's see. The grandmothers. This is number, grandmothers is the moon. And it's number 18, which is also a 9. Let's see here. What Spirit wants to say. I want to show you the card again. '18, the grandmothers. Number and meaning, 18, intuition, infinity within. Traditional name, moon. Medicine woman energy, the grandmothers who are wise. Affirmation, all that ever was or will be is here now within me. My body incorporates the planetary dream and my most personal love into a life grace-filled. The card speaks. We are the grandmothers, and the moon is our symbol. We are intuitive knowledge that you feel or sense, knowledge that seems to be within your body. Our teaching is this: trust your body. Your body subtly reacts to everything you present to it and gives you feedback as to whether a particular thing is right for you in that moment. At night, when you sleep and dream, your body goes through experiences that it needs in order to live the life you are attempting to live. Your thoughts lay out the blueprint, and your body tells you what to do, moment by moment. Through its feeling responses, it lets you know if you have erred in your planning. It gives you peace and joy if you have planned well. Thought and action, will and movement. These are the things that reorganize your body cells. Old cells embodying old ideas die, and new cells containing new ideas are born. You are constantly recreating yourself in your own image. This creative energy is so strong that unless you are using your talents and abilities creatively in the world, you may begin creating excess body in the form of fat or cancer, or perhaps even an entire new person, a baby. Your imagination gives form to the creative energy. Reflect on it. New knowledge gained in the reflective state of meditation is incorporated into your body. Your mental organization becomes your physical organism. We are the grandmothers who speak in wisdom. Break out of your shell. Pass by your personality's desires and your education as well. Walk between the towers of thought, following the path to the high mountain of spiritual intuition. There's infinite wisdom ahead. Self-questioning. Do I use my talents and abilities creatively in this world? Do I listen to my intuition? What happens when I do? Exercise. Chart your body cycles with the moon. Do your moods change with her? Note what your body wants you to do at different times of the month. See if you are more peaceful and attuned if you follow the body's suggestions. Open yourself to receiving the message of a wise old woman. Create a pathway in your mind to the place within where she dwells and let her speak. We are in the time of the buck moon, beloveds. So I suggest you look into the wisdom and the information surrounding the buck moon. B-U-C-K, buck moon. Okay? And understand the last video, I believe, was during the flower moon. So, or the strawberry moon. So there is a great deal to this that is coming forth and rising up, beloveds. Visualization. Place your awareness in the very top of your head and imagine your hair would be like if it were healthier, shinier. Go on down your face, seeing your eyes very clear, your complexion glowing. Go over every detail of your face and your entire body, inside and out, visualizing every part, step by step in its healthiest state. Create your own beauty to your own standards. Know that as you do this, you program your subconscious to move you in the direction of actually having such a body. Don't hold back. Only the grandmothers are listening. Astrological sign, Pisces, 2 fish. Foods and colors, one swimming up and one swimming down. Foods and colors. What are the foods and colors that you associate with grandmother? Now is the time to try out some of her recipes, perhaps some of her ways. What was the path she trod? Psychic gestation. Your body contains the wisdom of many bodies. Your learning is not just that which you have acquired in this current life. You can tap the expertise acquired by others simply by visualizing them, opening to their particular talents, and seeing the flow of these talents enter into yourself. Your visualization puts you in an energy alignment with the life experiences that will over time allow you to become more and more in tune with that on which you focus. Contemplating God. One likens oneself to God, bringing about the experiences of purification of one's being, which draw one to the ultimate enlightenment. On a more mundane level, contemplating peace brings peace. Contemplating golf balls brings golf balls. Yes, you will notice them more and more. Disease brings disease. Love brings love. The manifestation is not often instant, perhaps due only to our short attention span and inability to keep our mind on any one thing. But we do plant seeds with every thought on which we dwell. The longer we allow it to rest on any one thing, the more we are inclined to draw that thing to ourselves. If you wish to produce a happy marriage, a fulfilling job, a healthy baby, a work of art, or a peaceful world, the process is the same. Put your mind to it. The body will follow. The body contains immense creative resources. It is constantly recreating itself in your image. Use this force wisely. Dwelling on fears, unwanted possibilities, anxieties, losses, disappointments, and dislikes tend to prolong their life with your creative power. Beloveds, please hear that. Please understand that when you focus on the negative and nothing changing, your creative power is making sure that nothing changes. Okay? When you are pointing things out because they need to be seen and things need to change, and that is what you are voicing, and that is your intent, and that is where your thought and your focus and your spirit energy is going, things will change. Okay? This is expanding spiritual conscious awareness. This is becoming the great shepherd. This is being aware that this is what you're doing. And it is an act of will. It is not a look or an appearance or something that you just do. It is who you are within your heart, within your spirit, within your psychic gestation. Here we go. As stated previously, thought power is not usually as an instantaneous magical cure, but it will lead you directly to lessons in living that will cause you to learn what you need to know in order to manifest what you are seeking to produce. Think of the mind as a womb. Babies have a gestation period. In that time, the mother goes through a lot of learning. She prepares consciously and unconsciously for what is inevitably ahead. The preparation may not all be sweet. Challenges will occur to the extent that the outcome you are after is alien to your current lifestyle. So things may seem chaotic. Things may seem crazy. But understand order is taking place through your focus, through your will. Okay? Understand how powerful of a being you are. Not by any magical doings. Okay? But by being who you are as a cosmic being. And purifying that. And intensifying that. Okay? And loving that unconditionally. And not letting anyone challenge or dictate what's that supposed to look like uniquely to you. Okay? Challenges will occur to the extent that the outcome you are after is alien to your current lifestyle. Just as it would be hard for a mother bear to produce a tiger cub, it would be hard for a shy person living in an isolated village in Australia to become the president of General Motors. Your baby is going to be something like yourself. Your baby is going to be something like yourself. Hear that. As a shepherd, your flock is going to be something like yourself. Your atmosphere that you live in, that you create, is going to be something like yourself. Your ecosystem, your friends, is going to have the same similar spirit, the same psychic gestation, amniotic fluid, so to speak, consciousness. Okay? Your baby is going to be something like yourself. Your product, the manifested outcome of your visualized idea, will be an outgrowth of the kind of person you have been and the life you have led thus far. Creatively, we multiply ourselves, beloveds. And in order to do that responsibly, with responsibility, we really have to know who we are as individuals. Okay? Because it's not just about the idiosyncrasy or the creative power of multiplying yourself. Just because you're narcissistic and you want everything to look like you and be like you and talk like you and walk like you, look like you, make sense to you. Your product, The manifested outcome of your visualized ideas will be an outgrowth of the kind of person you have been and the life you have led thus far. Thus, the lessons you have led will be manifested, okay? And those lessons will repeat themselves in order to make sure that you have completed them. And once you have gotten to the point where those lessons are no longer necessary, guess what? You'll manifest different things. You'll manifest new awareness. You'll manifest new ways to be creative. You'll manifest new ways to explore yourself. Okay? You'll manifest new ways to expand your spiritual consciousness. Because we are unlimited containers, beloveds. We only have to know ourselves. Okay? And be secure in the knowledge of being. If you are just beginning to take over the control of your mind, you cannot expect to manifest instant results of visualized desires that are way out of the range of possibility as you perceive it. Start small and close to home. Just stretch your limitations a little at first. It's okay to visualize the best possible outcome, but realize that the farther away or more impossible it seems, the longer it is likely to take and the more lessons you may have to learn to get there. Your psychic power, mind control, can be used for everything from manifesting $4 to go to a movie to controlling the conception of a child within your body. You must realize the consequences of your risks, and you must realistically assess the challenges that may come to you as a result of your manifestation process. Be aware of what you draw to you by your focused thoughts, by your spiritual conscious awareness. Understand that everything is fluid and that everything has a level of magnetic attraction through spectrums and frequencies of energy, be that energy light or sound, okay? Be it instinctively or intuitively. It's going to attract, it's going to repel, it's going to do what it does. There is no changing that. What you can do is focus on what you are visualizing, okay? Focus on what you are seeking. And understand that you will begin to manifest what you are seeking in many different ways. It may come through lessons. It may come direct. It may come indirect. But you need to be aware of receiving, okay? And you need to be grateful and humble in that process. So, you must realize the consequences of your risk. And you must realistically assess the challenges that may come to you as a result of your manifestation process. And this again brings us back to the shepherds. There are predators, beloveds. There are predatory forces. Those predatory forces do not want to see you expand your spiritual conscious awareness. Okay? They want things to remain as the status quo. They want you to remain a sheep. They want to remain a predator. They do not want you to go beyond that status, to recognize and know yourself beyond that. Okay? So be aware that also what you focus on brings two forces, the positive and the negative and the neutral. Three forces, okay? Be aware of all three. Be aware of all three. Learn how to surf and ride and conduct these three energies: the negative, the zero, the neutral, and the positive. Okay, these is what you're adding, subtracting, deleting, multiplying, okay, and dividing with. Your experiences with, okay? In the case of the $4, if you don't get it, it probably will be only a minor short-term disappointment. If you do get it, it may be because you caught a glimpse of a want ad that said 1 hour's work needed, $4. In the case of psychic control or conception, having a child you don't want could be devastating. On the other hand, if you are willing to and able to accept that possibility, you will be led to life experience that will cause you eventually to be able to exert this much control over your physical, spiritual being. Using your mind power has many side effects. All of them can be beneficial if you consider the risks you are willing to take as you learn what is needed in order for your life to be revolving, even temporarily, around that which you are attempting to manifest. The general guidelines for becoming a womb of conscious creation are: 1. Conceive the best possible world for yourself. 2. Become pregnant with ideas that please you and inspire you. 3. Gestate health, wealth, and happiness as you define them. 4. Prepare for that which you hope to manifest. 5. Visualize your creative energy flowing toward what you want to produce. If it is not a baby, then it had better be something else all involving. You are tapping a powerful core. Be ready to use it. 5 is really big with me right now. I'll repeat it. Visualize your creative energy flowing toward what you want to produce. If it is not a baby, then it had better be something else all involving. Beloveds, I want to talk about all involving for a moment, okay? All involving is for you to be totally immersed. You cannot be on the fence when you are totally immersed or all involved or all in, okay? You're all in. That's it. And you have to be decisive enough to know when you're ready to commit to being all in. That takes a maturity. Mature beings can decide, can make up their minds. Children have a hard time making up their minds. Immature emotions has a hard time making up its mind because of fear, because of self-doubt and self-distrust and a lack of self-knowledge as a cosmic spiritual being of divine origin. Sit with that for a while. 6. Fill your mind womb with success stories that turn you on. Somewhere there's a culture and an age that you can strongly identify with. If you don't like the one you're in, go there. At least in books and fantasies. Open to the people's wisdom. 7. Look high. Find a goddess or a grandmother to serve as a model and midwife to your creative outcome. Mine was Inanna, beloveds. I've shared that. Mary Magdalene. Mary, the mother of Jesus. Isis. The Greek Sophia. There are so many, those that have existed through all cultures and mythologies. Pele has been coming up a lot lately for me. So I'm going to say 7 again. Look high. Find a goddess or a grandmother to serve as a model and midwife to your creative outcome. 8. Act on the impulses that seem to put you closer to your goal. The body is the final processor of your creative mind, baby. It has to do it in the end. Doing is the birth experience itself. That is so deep. See, being is being, but doing is the birth experience itself. 9, create. You are done. The creation is real. The idea has become flesh. Your spirit is embodied. Relax and enjoy. You don't have to get creative. You already are. You just have to grab the reins of power and take over. Harness your dreams and intuitions and go. Life will bring you every experience you need to succeed. And that is that card. That is the grandmothers. We are never alone, beloveds. And our consciousness has two very great lights, two very great radiating principles, the sun and the moon, okay? And you need to understand the solar consciousness, and you need to understand the lunar consciousness. There is not an either or. They are united. They are one. They appear individually, but they serve each other always. Understand and understand that. And that is a message from the grandmothers, number 18, which is a 9, and the buck moon. So, aho, namaste. Think about the things I've said, whether you agree or don't agree. Expand your own thoughts, feelings, consciousness, awareness, spiritual recognition, insight. And be aware of what influences you. Okay? Be aware of what speaks to you and where that comes from, who that comes from, what it comes from, where it comes from. That's very important right now, beloveds. And that's going to do it for this video. Again, I apologize for all the different videos. It is what it is. The phone was ringing, so it stopped them. Again, listen to all of these. Subscribe. Hit the notification button. Share and like. Mother with Wisdom, Valerie Ames Middlebrook, is on Facebook, and I am working on a few things, and I will be coming public with something very soon. So stay tuned. Thank you.